Okay, we are barreling towards a big finish on the potato stick journey that we've been on for the last God knows how many episodes. It seems like it could have been forever. I have no memory of what even happened 5 minutes ago. But nevertheless, we have 2 bags left and we're going to push them through. I picked this up just 2 days ago at the little import store downstairs. I was really hoping to wrap up the fucking potato stick era, but this seemed interesting, so I bought it and I've color coordinated, as you can see. I hope you appreciate that. This is another entry from the CALBEE company, which is a Japanese snack company, but it is packaged for an English audience. It's an import, and it is potato sticks, sukiyaki flavored. And this is interesting to unpack on a number of levels. First, let's just look at the bag. There's a giraffe on the front eating potato sticks wearing a kimono. How delightful. I hope this lovely cartoonist got paid enough money so they could retire, because the world needs nothing more from you at this point. And then there's a picture of a big cast iron bowl of sukiyaki, which is kind of like a beef and vegetable udon noodle soup. That's very Japanese. I personally have never had it. I've had things like nebiyake udon, and it seems to be all in that family. It's sort of like a winter thing. I've had a lot of Japanese food. I've never had this in particular, but it's mostly notable because you may have heard that there's a very popular Japanese song that was translated into English called Sukiyaki. And there's the Japanese version is translated basically as I look up when I walk because I don't want my tears to fall on the ground. And apparently I forgot the name of the guy that wrote it. It's from the 60s. It was a reaction to some political decision or some treaty between Japan and America that wasn't going to be good for Japan, and there was a lot of pushback against it. And the song was written in response to that, and then it was translated into English later on, and it was a huge Billboard hit. But they changed all the lyrics to just make it a sad love song, and for whatever reason they named it fucking Sukiyaki just to make it sound Japanese. It's like if you came up with like a classic American song like Love Me Tender by Elvis and translated into Japanese and called it beef stew. It's kind of like that. And you may be familiar with the tune because it's made a few appearances in hip-hop, most notably in Slick Rick's La Di Dotty. It's all because of you. I'm feeling sad and blue. You went away. Now my life is filled with rainy days. I love you so. How much you'll never know, 'cause you took your love away from me. And then Snoop Dogg did a cover of the song and changed the lyrics to make them a little bit more salacious. So anyway, that's the whole fucking frame of reference around sukiyaki, at least in the context of what I'm familiar with. And now we're going to open up this fucking bag and see if it was worth all that fucking preamble. I'm gonna doubt that it is. I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly how hard they're hitting because, as I said before, I've never specifically had this, or at least I never knew if I had it or not. Let's see what we got here. Very thick foil bag, and these look heavily greasy. I mean, they're almost translucent, but they do have and some green flecks, but they have the more traditional potato stick texture. It's like these sort of celluloid chambers, almost look like a plant stem, except these, instead of being square formed, are somewhat rounded. Oily for sure. Well, they're incredibly oily. Not necessarily a bad thing. What's in the ingredients? Bunch of bullshit. Bonito extract, emulsifiers, onion powder, contains fish, milk, crustaceans. Well, it does have a meaty taste. Holy fucking God, these are really good. Very different than everything else we've had in this category. But nice flavor. Kind of bordering on a bit sweet, but really good. Images for reference only. Good to know. All right, now I'm getting bored of it. Damn it, you fucked up. You almost had it. Yeah. It opens nicely with a savory umami flavor. The onion and the fish. It's present, it really is, I must say. They did a pretty good job. Once again, like so many of these other snacks, they oversweetened it. And after a while, that taste becomes more powerful. Or maybe these are a little too greasy. I got fucking oil all over my hands. Alright, well, I mean, what else is there to say? That was a journey.